Okay, good morning, everyone. I'd like to open this Polk County Board of Commissioners. It is August 2nd, 2022. All commissioners are present and extra agendas are on the back table. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, something that we've all been excited to hear about, Polk County website update. Brittany. Oh, excuse me. You can come on up. I'm a little too excited. So, do I hear a motion for approved minutes of July 26th?
So moved.
Second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, now I'm on time. Come on, Brittany. Thank you.
What are you doing here? Whole team. Good morning.
Sure.
I work here at Polk County in the IS department, and I'm here to present the revamp, redesign of the website. I'll be using those two words. But to start off, this is a project we've been working on for a couple months. It was a pretty mutual feeling by everyone that they didn't like the county website. It was outdated, it was old, 15 years old. And so we needed to redesign it. But with that redesign, we really wanted to identify what people liked and disliked, and specifically how we can make a website that's useful and helpful for everybody who's using it. Public, our employees, community partners, people like that. So the beginning steps were to identify, okay, what do we want to see out of this website? And so we reached out to all departments and let them know that we were working on redesigning, revamping the website, and wanting to sit down with each of them and talk through what they liked, what they wanted to see, how we could create a website that would be helpful for them. We sent them about like 10 questions that we had kind of mastered and sent to them. So we walked through that. It was, what do you like about the website? What would you like to see? Are there any examples from other county websites that you really like? Things like that. And so it was those meetings were really great because they were very interactive. We showed them websites. Unicode has successfully created. They showed us websites they liked, and so it was a really great way to sit down and see what it is that they need from their department, how we can best showcase that on the website. And shoots seemed to be a very popular one. And so we combined all that information and we identified what people didn't like and they liked. So the feedback we received about the old website was it was hard to navigate, it was outdated, it was very inviting. We had people when we were meeting with them, say that job seekers had looked at the website and that made them not really interested in Polk County. They looked at it and saw it as a representation of Polk County and they were like, There's confusion on how to contact departments. It wasn't always there for people to know if they're going to the assessor's office. Okay, how do I call them and ask them a question? And then people were just having a really hard time finding something based off of the navigations we had in the menu. So we really just had the departments and the services, and a lot of people didn't know where to find things just based off the department. And so when we sat down with everyone, the things that they wanted to see was minimal to no scrolling on the homepage for easier navigation. Everything's just kind of right there. You don't have to scroll to find stuff. They really liked icons. It was an easy way to help navigate to something without having to go through and figure out where it is. Less text and more images, photos, and putting icons in there. Menus that are helpful for the user to navigate what they're looking for, and I'll kind of show you, we'll go through the demo of the website and what I mean by that with menus, but not not just identifying departments, but a way to show all different types of services and how people can find it. Less clicking, people don't like to click a lot, they just kind of want 1 or 2 clicks and really get there. And then showcase what the county has to offer, show them what we're about, what we're doing, events, news, things that are going on the county. So this is the whole website. I'm just gonna click on it. Show. Our proposed redesign. I'm gonna a demo of what will look like. Right now, you can see that there's not actual information here, so this will all be fixed. Just to say before we go into it, the text and content of everything is going to be, we can change that. It's interchangeable. We can change whatever it is that we need to do. The template itself, so where the search button is, where this image lives, where the mega menus live, where the icons live, and where the spotlight and news sits, those are kind of set into the template. So those things, if we wanted to change them down the road, would kind of be a bigger request and project. But everything else is something that we can change. We can change the photos, icons, anything like that. Spotlight and news will be something that we'll be using pretty regularly, where we're updating things very frequently, what's going on. So the first thing we did was minimal to no scrolling. So this is all we scroll and see. And so we accomplished that with what people had asked. We created the icons and we created them right in the center. People really liked colorful icons, so we went with some colorful icons put up there. Less text, more pictures. So the spotlight shows a picture and then some little text kind of going into what it's going to be about. And then over here on the news, there's also some pictures that we'll be able to use and then a little text. And then obviously the big one here, we can also use the photos behind that search button to advertise things like Polk County is hiring. We can put any kind of images back there. So that can also be something that we utilize for showcasing things. So these mega menus appear. So this how do I was really, really popular by almost every single department we met with. They loved this how do I. And so this is a way for people to help find things that they may not necessarily know, oh, that's located under a specific department. So some examples are where permits would live. Most people in the county, I actually didn't know this. I went from health services to IS. So I learned a lot about where things were in the county, not knowing that permits lived under community development and not really knowing what community development really did. That was something that I learned and I didn't know. So this is a way to help with certificates, birth and death certificates that lives under public health, but marriage certificates is under the clerk's office, things like that. So people not knowing, oh, I need to go to public health to find that. It can be listed under here. This is all interchangeable too. These are not set in stone either, so these can be changed at any time. This was a way to help navigate things. We have departments again, and then we have services, and then maps and records was one a lot of people were really looking for, and you can see with the Google Analytics. Property search for the assessor's office is a really big thing that people are going to the website and looking for. And so records is a really big thing that people go to the website to look for. And then the maps, PC maps, that's a big thing that people are like, it's so hard to find it. Where is it in the website? So not only do we have it up there on the mega menu, but we also have an icon down there for it as well. It'll be something that people can find. So this is what it looks like. And then when you go into a department, you're still set into a template. So Minico does a lot of city, county government websites, and the a way of keeping things consistent across the board when you're going into the website. So our template is set in the fact that your menus are going to be on the left-hand side. The contact information is going to be on the right-hand side. And then this middle box, this text box, is where they'll be able to add information in. Whatever it is that they want to add, pictures, text, all that fun stuff. We can put videos in there, whatever it is that they're wanting. So it looks similar to what we have now. It's just go back to this later. So for the next steps, it looks like a tentative date that Unicode is ready to go live for is August 10th, which would be next Wednesday. And what they're going to be doing is they're basically just going to copy over all of our information we have right now on our website and just put this new website design over it. So none of the information is going to change. People can update the website the day before. It's still going to copy over. We're not going to miss anything. So that's going to look like if you guys approve the website design. And then upon your guys' approval, I would like to send out an all staff email to all employees about the website, about it going live, encouraging them to familiarize themselves when it comes out, encouraging people to go to the website, community partners, things like that. Really hoping to get people to go to the website. I know a lot of people don't use the website because they're like, I don't even know how to navigate it. I know some people, when we met with them, that they have like instructions printed out next to their table on how to get to something. And so we're hoping to really problem solve that and make the website usable and easy to navigate. And then once the website goes live, I really want to work with the departments and going through and cleaning up their pages. It's kind of going to look like a couple of different things. It's going to be sitting down with them, cleaning up their page, and also working through some ADA compliance things, making sure that the photos we're using, we have the copyrights too, things like that. So just going over some things that we haven't really had a formal training on with them, but that we can sit down, open up this website and work through it. And so I'm going to be doing that right after the website goes live. I like to call them workshops, but it'll be whatever. Okay. And then another thing that I'm going to be doing outside of that is there were some requests that people had about the website that because of the template we're kind of stuck in. And so I still really want to work with those departments. I still have all the notes from all the meetings with people sitting down and still trying to help them accomplish what they want with kind of the template and restrictions that we're in. So looking at ways to still keep the website looking consistent and clean and professional, but also helping them accomplish a couple of their things. So something I'll be working on, and then hoping to implement some standardization in the website. And that kind of goes along with ADA compliance, utilizing either photos or what kind of images do we want to use? Do we want to use icon character-like images moving forward on the website, or do we want to use photos for the website when you're going into the department pages? Things like that. As a county, it looks very professional and nice when we're consistent all across the board. And so I really would like to hopefully work with you all on creating maybe some standardization.
Great work, Brittany. I've been involved in work groups at the University of Minnesota and University of Wisconsin, and they've spent lots of money on consultants to do a lot of this work and to convene everybody and to try to coalesce everything into something, understandable for everybody. You did a really wonderful job. There's a lot of money in being a consultant. Don't ever consider it. But I think a redesign to is also an opportunity to showcase our values. And one of the things that I noticed when I first started working here is just the commitment to people, to people's families, to the diversity of the community. And I would like to, if photos is going to be a feature, I love the landscape photos, but I also want to see some people that reflects the vibe here, and reflects what our community is all about. And also some of the sort of recreation, other tourist amenities in Polk County, because we're sort of selling the region, the area too. To look at prospective employees for them to come here as a landing point. It's a first impression for the county. It's a first impression for the government as well. But it's more than that. So that's just one comment I had. Other than that, I think your process is really good and comprehensive. You're including a lot of voices, and I like the the featured thing on the homepage with events and stuff like that. And I don't know, we can talk about this, but even branching out to showcasing interesting community events that showcases what it's like to live and work here. So I love it, but I think you're doing great work.
Still work in progress, so lot to do.
Yes. There's a lot to work to be done. Just because it's going live, it doesn't solve all the problems.
Usually creates more.
Yeah.
But I think your format and everything you've picked out is excellent. And I love the versatility of changing it out, certain areas. We can keep it updated. User friendly is the key.
The consistency part, it's very true. Yeah, having a similar feel and organizational quality across departments is going to be key. And there might be a lot of cats to herd and to build consensus around that, but it's essential. So, well done.
Jean, you have it.
Yeah. Okay, just sit here. I'm a frequent user of the agendas and minutes section. And I haven't been able to attend as many meetings as I used to, so watching them on YouTube is very good. However, what I would love to see is somewhere on the website is click here to be connected to the YouTube
Yeah.
meeting site.
Yeah,
That would be so helpful to me. I just dither around sometimes trying to find.
Yeah.
I'm not technically adept. So just having a click here would be so helpful to get to the.
Yeah. Would adding it to a mega menu like up here be helpful as one of these clicks? Okay, I go straight to it. Would one of those work?
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
For people like me who aren't adept.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the way Unicode has the agendas and how things are listed out with the forms and stuff, they're kind of set in a template. And that's something that we've had a lot of people kind of request. Is there any way to make it look different, easier to navigate? And so that's kind of one of my next steps on figuring out some way to make it. We're still going to have to go back to, if you're looking specifically for the BOC meeting.
I just go by date. I've navigated this for years, so it's not difficult for me. So I just go by date.
So to Jean's point, I guess the thing that comes to mind for me when you were making the presentation, it seemed like we were pretty employee centric in the survey. So I want to know how much work did we do to actually ask the people who need to use it the most, the public, how much did we ask them?
So we didn't go out and ask them specifically. We used the Google Analytics to show us where people, when they're going on the website, what they're looking for. And averagely the top 10, I can go through the list of what people are looking at. They're usually looking at the inmate list. That's always the number one. The inmate list is always number one. And then the assessors page is always a top one. And then the property search, HR job openings, and then the search tools for the assessors page. People are really looking for those forms and all of the documents that the assessors have. And
See the
then,
value of their neighbor's property, right?
PP maps was a big one too, and people looking at the sheriff's office and jail division. That's a big one. And so we didn't go out and survey the public exactly, but something that I'm hoping to accomplish later on down the road is figuring out how we survey the public, like what kind of, are we doing that electronically? Are we going out and asking people? It was a question that I had thought of, but there was so much more thought into, okay, how are we going to be talking to the public and how are we going to be surveying them? I would love to survey the public. I really think they're, it's matter a lot. They're the ones also using the website. When we were meeting with departments, we had asked them, when people call in and talk to them, what is the number one thing people are calling you guys and asking you about? And it was always just how hard the website is to navigate and that they can't find things. And so I would love to figure out the best way, and that's a good follow-up, to work on how do we reach the public.
I have a suggestion for you.
Yeah.
Right there on that website, a box on that front page that says how we doing.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's specific to the website.
Yeah.
Because if you leave it too open.
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think specific to how we doing with our communication process.
Yeah.
So I think that that is a place where, again, I think the general community member would go, I don't like this, but I don't know who to tell.
Right.
And I don't know how to express that this is challenging for me.
Yeah.
You know, occasionally commissioners may get it. I don't know if department heads get it, but
Right.
my hunch is that by the time somebody gets exhausted with the current website, that they just give up.
Yeah.
Just go, well, it doesn't work very well.
I really like that idea. Something out there.
That, I think it's the portal.
Yeah.
Right? So
That's
put
great.
the easier opportunity in the portal right there for suggestions
Yeah,
on how to, or concerns.
absolutely.
And we're relaunching our website, and once it's live, what do you think? How's it working for you?
Yeah.
Is it? It will also be interesting to see what Google Analytics shows once it's redesigned, to see if there are other aspects of the county that are being unearthed by people and used frequently. So
And with the broadband project, we're now reaching a lot more people with the internet. So hopefully with this revamp of the website, it helps people who didn't even have access to internet hopefully get to us and find our resources and our services and what we do.
You know, the year we did the survey at the county fair, and all those people walking by have a booth and have this sitting up there, hook up to screen, say, what do you think? Internet, and what are your thoughts and ideas? So. Pretty short for this year. Have that pretty quick. You've got the miracle worker in the back row there. He can make anything happen. He's proven it. Do we have any other questions?
so well done.
Great
Are
job.
you guys okay with going on a live date of next Wednesday, August 10th?
As long as the community doesn't miss any of the information that they're currently getting access to, no matter how old it is.
Right.
As long as it's still there on August 10th or 11th, that's all. I'm good with it.
Yeah, if you're ready, I'm ready.
Go for it.
Okay, awesome. I'll be sending out and I'll staff email them here shortly.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Any non-listed items today? Hearing none, we're adjourned.